My dearest child, imagine for a moment that there is something you don't know about your son. I know your heart may skip a beat at these words. I can hear the thoughts racing in your mind. Of course I know my son. I've raised, cared for, and watched him grow. How could there be anything I don't know? But listen carefully, my child. I don't question your love or devotion. I'm not saying you don't know him, but there's something deeper, something you might not have noticed yet. I'm here to open your eyes to it. It's a truth hidden beneath the surface, something critical that you must understand. This is a message not to challenge you, but to awaken you. I can feel a flood of questions coming in. What could I possibly not know about my own son? What's there to discover? Do not let those thoughts push you away. Keep your heart open. This is not about pride or fear. It is about discovering something that could change everything. I'm about to tell you something that may be difficult to believe, but it will also awaken you. I ask that you listen not only with your ears, but also with your heart. What I'm about to say will change the way you see your son, and it's something you must hear. Before I reveal the hidden truth about your son, allow me to calm your fears. You're probably thinking, how could I not know about him? I've witnessed every aspect of his life, every struggle, every smile. But believe me, this is bigger than you could have ever imagined. The truth is in your son's very DNA. Yes, his DNA, the blueprint for who he is the invisible code that directs his life and future. This code contains secrets that go far beyond what your eyes can see. What could be hidden in his DNA that I don't already know, you might wonder. The answer, my dear child, is greater than you realize. Take only the next few minutes. Let me open your eyes to something that's been concealed from view. It may be difficult to process, but believe me when I say that the next few minutes will change your perspective on your son. So, my child, take a deep breath, clear your mind of doubt, and open your heart wide to receive this message. This is a journey. It's time to discover what's beneath the surface. Once I tell you this, there is no turning back. You will see your son in a new light, full of understanding and wonder. Are you prepared to listen? Let us begin. Listen closely, my child. You've looked for answers amidst the chaos. You've cried out when the silence became too loud. You've prayed through pain, wondering why the storms never seem to stop. I see your heart, stressed and full of doubt, longing for peace. But what if I told you that the answer has always been right in front of you, hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to notice it? Do you remember the story of Elijah in the cave? The wind howled, the fire raged, and the earth trembled, but I was not in the wind, the fire, or the earthquake. 1 Kings 19 verse 12. No, I came in a whisper, a still small voice. And, just like that, my child, I have revealed a truth to you that you have overlooked. It's not because you can't see it, it's because this truth is so profound, so life-changing, that you haven't been able to grasp it without my guidance. This truth concerns your son. You think you know him. You've witnessed his development, held him when he was weak, and guided him with love. But listen to me, there's something about him that you've never fully understood. It's not because you're blind, rather, this secret is too glorious, too magnificent, to fully comprehend without my voice revealing it to you. His DNA is not ordinary. Something ancient flows within him, older than time. He comes from a lineage of warriors, brave souls who have turned storms into strength and battles into victories. This heritage was written by my own hand. But here's the tragedy, my child, your son has no idea who he is, and you don't know either. Can you feel the weight of this reality? Allow it to settle in your heart, because once you understand, everything changes. The enemy, my child, is afraid of what he cannot control. He shakes with fear over what he doesn't understand. He trembles at the power he cannot wield, the destiny he cannot steal. As Pharaoh trembled before Moses, a man who questioned his own worth, asking, "Who am I that I should go?" Exodus 3 verse 11, so does darkness tremble at the power coursing through your son's veins. But, my child, how can your son fight if he does not realize he is armed for war? How can he rise if he doesn't realize he was born to be tall? This is the truth, your son's secret. He possesses an undeniable strength, purpose, and power. But right now, he doesn't see it, and neither do you, not entirely. But I'm here to open your eyes and reveal the truth, which has always been there. Your son was destined for greatness. He was born for a greater purpose than you can imagine. Listen carefully, my child, because what I'm about to reveal is critical. The enemy's most powerful weapon is not chains, fire, or threats. No, this is deception. If he can persuade your son that he is ordinary, just like everyone else, he will never rise to the extraordinary calling that I have bestowed upon him. Do you remember the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? They stood in the flames, unshaken. Not a single hair on their heads was singed, and not even the odor of smoke clung to them. Daniel 3 verse 27. Those flames could not reach them because they had been chosen. Your son carries the same fire, the fire of the unbreakable, the fire of the chosen. It burns cold in his veins, ready to be unleashed. But what good is fire if he doesn't know how to use it? Could you see it, my child? The enemy's strategy is to keep him in darkness and make him believe he is weak. He wants your son to see his difficulties as curses rather than opportunities to grow into a powerful warrior. He wants him to be small, afraid, and unaware of his true abilities. And if your son is unaware of this power, he will remain trapped in that lie. So, my child, when will you awaken him? When will you let him see who he truly is? This is why I've torn open the heavens to speak to you today, just as I did with David, the shepherd boy who no one noticed, including his father. Yet I saw him, anointed him, and proclaimed him king. 1 Samuel 16 verse 12. I'm calling you now. I'm not calling for you, but for your son. His DNA is more than just a sequence of genes. It's a prophecy, a promise embedded in his very being. The spirit that raised Christ from the dead, my spirit, lives inside him. Romans 8 verse 11. Power flows through his veins, even if he doesn't realize it yet. But, my child, listen carefully, time is running out. The world will attempt to silence him. It will attempt to drown his roar in distractions, choke his purpose with lies, and mock his fire as foolishness, just as they mocked Noah, ridiculing what they did not understand. Can you see the plan? The enemy does not simply want to resist him. No, the enemy's goal is to make him believe he is nothing before he realizes he is something. Listen closely, my child, because these words are important. Sometimes all you really need is one person to see you, understand you deeply without passing judgment, and hold your heart, thoughts, and fears gently with care and love. In a world that can often feel heavy and overwhelming, it's easy to overlook how valuable this type of connection is. But do not underestimate its power. It is not always about having all of the answers or being able to fix everything. It's about someone who is there for you, quietly offering strength with their presence, especially when times are tough. Sometimes, the most powerful words are simple, "I've got you." Let it sink in, my child. You are never really alone. As you grow, you will realize that the quality of relationships is far more important than the number of people around you. True friends, those who stick by your side through thick and thin, are treasures worth cherishing. Keep them close, protect them with everything you have, and let them know you've got their back. This bond is sacred, my child. Never let it slip away. Now listen to this, my child. You deserve to fall in love with someone who truly sees you, someone who understands your fears and doubts, and deals with them patiently and tenderly. Someone who checks in on you from afar, because their heart can sense yours no matter how far apart you are. This isn't just love. This is a soul connection, one that exists beyond time, space, and circumstance. You deserve to be loved by someone who introduces you to new ways of thinking, challenges you to grow, and broadens your horizons in ways you never imagined. Love should never feel like a distraction. It should be a force that helps you grow as an individual and as part of a larger whole. You deserve someone who will give you their full attention in a healthy, balanced manner. Someone whose presence causes your heart to whisper, "I am home." This love should make you feel safe, valued, and understood. It should convince you that this love is worth fighting for. You deserve someone who encourages you to see the beauty in each new day, who demonstrates that there are blessings even in the simplest of moments, a sunrise, a sunset, a gentle breeze. This is the love that heals, the love that elevates you, the love that I have always intended for you. So, my child, hold on to it with all your heart. Protect it. Treasure it. This is the kind of love that will fill you up, heal you, and guide you toward becoming the person you are meant to be. As the sun rises and a new day begins, greet the day with gratitude in your heart and laughter in your soul. Leave yesterday behind. Let go of the weight of past burdens and struggles. Today is a new beginning, a gift with limitless possibilities. Your journey was never intended to be hampered by past disappointments or negativity. There is no room for those things today, no place for thoughts that sap your energy. Fill today with positivity. Fill it with hope. Expect surprises. Expect blessings. Happiness is something you must create for yourself, no one else can. You are the one who must make the decision. When you cultivate your self-love and feed the light that lives within you, you will see your dreams come true. The universe is already working to make your desires a reality, but you must rise in faith, joy, and clarity. You have no idea what awaits you on your path. There is far more than you can see. The universe will lift you as high as your spirit soars. Your joy will propel you forward, like the wind beneath your wings, toward your purpose and blessings. So walk with confidence today, my child. Know that you are going exactly where you should go. Keep your head up and your heart filled with hope. Now, my child, look at you, even when things seem impossible, you keep praying despite the doubts, despite what your eyes see. You keep believing. You are going through a season that feels like it is breaking you, but you have not given up. Even when the path appears hazy, you continue to stand, reach for me, and believe in my plan. You are incredibly brave, my child. I want you to know that your faith is not going unnoticed. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've shed, and every moment of faith you've put in me is being remembered. I see your heart and am proud of your perseverance. Even in the most difficult times, you have chosen to believe, and that faith will not be wasted. I promise that you will see my goodness in your life. The breakthrough is approaching, and it will be greater than you ever imagined. Your perseverance is not in vain. I'm working behind the scenes. You may not see it now, but you will soon. Your reward is on the way, so keep moving forward, my child. You are closer than you think. Keep going. Keep believing. You are a warrior of faith, and I will always honor that, my dear child. January is here, and it's the month when everything you've been working for will start to unfold. You have planted the seeds of your dreams, and they are about to bloom. This is your time. This is the month of transformation and opportunity. What you've been praying for and hoping for is beginning to come together. It may feel like things are shifting in ways you don't understand yet, but you will feel it, a surge of energy coursing through you, propelling you higher. This energy will drive you to your fullest potential. Your creativity will flow like a river, bringing with it a deep inner peace that you haven't felt in a long time. The breakthroughs you've been waiting for have already arrived. They may not be fully visible yet, but they are settling in, ready to change everything. The answers you've been seeking are on their way. Wisdom will flood your mind. Where you were once lost or unsure, you can now see clearly. Your path will no longer appear foggy or confusing, it will be as clear as a bright blue sky on a sunny day. My child, the time is now. The burden of doubt and struggle is easing. The doors you have been knocking on are about to open. Each step forward brings you closer to the dreams you've had all along. This is your moment, seize it. Take it in. It is yours and is intended for you. Continue to move forward, because you are exactly where you should be. Let God's message spread far and wide. If you love God, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your constant presence and encouragement on our journey toward love. Amen. If you want to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $20.